get everybody in here really quick. How's everybody doing? Thank you for the hand heart, Grace. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. Also, Thomas is here right off the bat. Hello, dude. How are you? Yeah, my bad. Had to eat something before the stream. Because now I have to be conscious about my blood sugar. I'm adjusting to a new, like, schedule. So yeah, sorry I'm late. Should plan that out more. Thank you for the likes already, everybody. So we're doing what we usually do, just give it a couple minutes for people to join in, so about 5:10 we'll actually start jumping into stuff. In the meantime, GB, I don't think we had any luck trying to find that dungeon. Unless it's the one on the bottom there, but I have a feeling that's where the gate is. No, it shouldn't be. The gate's in the dome. Eris Dome, I think it was. I don't know if you remember where the other dungeon is in the future. Already at 1,000 likes. Wow, thank you. Jesus. I'm still hoping we can finish the game soon. I may just have to buck up and just do it. The Sunstone? I'm not sure. Did we check the building in the upper right? Maybe we could do that while everybody's jumping in. So I think we determined that none of these had anything else left in them. Or maybe that's where this appears once you have the Sunstone. So I have a feeling they want me to leave the Sunstone there in the prehistoric age, and then come here in the future. Left. What's in here, I wonder? Oh! I think we found it! I think we actually did find it, finally. I am going to change things around a bit and keep Frog back in the order of the way we had things. Or perhaps Magus might be better. I'm not certain. Hello. Well, I have a feeling you're going to be weak to ice and water. Ooh! Oh. Oh shit, they all counterattack. Okay, Gotcha. $2.6K? What hell, y'all? Jeez, thank you. Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure Chrono's a goner. Magic doesn't seem to be the effective strat here. Yeah. Well, Chrono is just barely still alive. This is not what I was expecting. His magic defense is like... he's using a cushion as a shield, basically. Let's try just attacking it. Gotcha. How about this? Thou art dubbed the Sir of Thomas. Indeed. Yes, Thomas of the genus Sir. What? Is this a magic pot situation? Nope. Good job, Chrono. You're cackling? You should. Feel drunk with power. Oh my goodness. 1 out of 5 and I'm wrong every time? Come on. Just pick one, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Doodly-doo. Wait, is it still the same? It totally is until it does roulette spin. Doodly-doo. Ooh. Beedoo-beedoo. God! It is a magic pot. At least it doesn't blow up as soon as you're wrong. Okay. How much you want to bet? Every single time I'm gonna get it wrong until the 5th one. .3, y'all, slow down. We've got a whole couple hours to go. Oh. You son of a motherless goat. Grace, I imagine the same chance that I do it. Every time. Beedoo-beedoo. Oh, what does that remind me of? Hello, Megan. Welcome to the stream. Hope you have a good time. How's your day going? What does that sound? What does that sound like? I feel like it's like Sonic Adventure or something that reminds me of that for some reason. My day's pretty good. Thank you very much for asking. Happy to hear yours is going well. Oh, thank you for the follow, Megan. I appreciate it. Son of the sun. Is this good? Did we start using spells now? Oh. Okay. I missed that message. What's up? How's the game going? We're doing a secret dungeon, so... I mean, we just started, thankfully, so... That remains to be seen. Ooh, there are stairs there. Oh. So this is the Sunstone. Its power has been lost over these long years. With the sun's energy, it could likely be renewed. But that would take at least 65 million years. And so it shat... That's a moonstone. Well, so it shall. Back to prehistory. I'm gonna be honest, I was expecting a whole dungeon behind that thing. No, maybe the actual dungeon is gonna be after we lay the Sunstone. Look at the sunlight. This must be the sun's favorite place. Ice Moonstone here? Yes. Now all that's left is a quick hop on the Epoch. Start getting better equipment. Me too. You know, I'd heard a rumor from a friend that it's actually pronounced Epic and not Epoch. We could both be wrong, though. It's not here. What? Looks like it's been gone for ages. Maybe we should try a different time period. Okay. Let's go back 1 and 1. It's not here either. I wonder if someone from this age took it. Well, now, who could that be? This age is so freaking vast with NPCs, I have no idea who would do that. Soma? Toma, maybe? Okay, maybe not. Whoop. Hello. So these are all the same. I imagine they're not a mayor. Would it be the one that's so gosh darn generous? 5.3k. Listen, y'all. I think we found it. Something tells me an item of significance lays in this domain, perhaps. You're just in the Moonstone. A passing young traveler left it here. By all means, take it. It seems to be important to you folks. Do I need to go put it back in the cave or something? Let's give it a shot. Switch to your tablet. Go for it. I'm on my tablet right now. How much battery does it have? Oh, plenty. We have a long evening ahead of us. Good. I would like for all you NPCs to stop stealing my shit. This is very important work I'm doing here. Wow, this is amazing! Surely Luca can put this to good use. Let's show it to her. Alright. Now this is a proper sunstone. With energy like this, I should be able to make a really powerful weapon. Let's take it back to my house. Ooh. First, we'll extract the sunstone's energy and convert it to a more manageable form. Then we'll just vacuum pack it into a cartridge. I have a feeling this thing is radioactive. And it's finished. Obtained Wonder Shot. Sometimes I amaze myself. Take a look at this, Luca. I borrowed a bit of the sunstone to create something nifty of my own. Hell yes! This better be the best helmet in the entire goddamn game. No! Just boost damage. Excellent. Well, who do we give it to? You know what? We'll give it to Edgelord the Edge. That seems good. Interesting. Let's see. What else is left? What have not we done? I don't think there's really anything to do in Antiquity. Also, there's something in prehistory that I wanted to take a look at. Because it stands out and it makes no gosh darn sense what to do with it. This way. This. I'm not sure what this is about. Maybe it was addressed in all the cutscenes earlier. Oh! Oh, that sounds like an EX dungeon, perhaps. Bring out our A-team. I've not seen this place before. Is this a world apart from our own? Perhaps a different dimension altogether? There may be some value in the knowing. I wonder if there are any people here. That's a good question. No? 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 Excuse me. Where are they? Not a soul to be seen. And yet all signs point toward habitation. Perhaps a search will yield some clue. See what I'm doing? There's doors I cannot go in. All over the place, in fact. Interesting. I see that. Let me have it. Dang it. Is anyone else getting like the ancient island from Secret of Mana vibes from this? The place where the mana tree is? Look at all those monsters. I wonder if they attack the village. Either way, we'd best clear out all these monsters. Wow. Do the usual. Oh, not bad. Okay, I'm glad it didn't play the animation of the hammer being destroyed before the monster unalived. It's very nice of you. Who are you? I don't want to attack him. He looks cute. Bit of a fire and ice thing going on, I feel. $6,900, nice. Thank you all so much. Getting a bit of a finger workout trying to get the light machine up. Oh lord. That is a lot of shit. God, those little imps are so goddamn cute. Look at them, they're like, yeah! Are y'all trying to coordinate breaking the like machine? Is that what y'all are doing? I mean, it's only good news for me, but as long as y'all are having fun and not hurting yourselves. Wow! Wow! Ooh. We got a white Balverine looking dude here. That is a metal hammer? Can I melt that? Does a fire spell affect that? I don't know why I make it a point to never look up the soundtrack to a game while I'm playing it. Because every single time that happens, I desperately wanna. But it feels like there's spoilers contained in some soundtracks. Like in the title of them. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. What'd we get dark for? I believe those were the last of them. What now? Do we return? Yes, the villagers might have come back. Let's go see. First, why is this glowing? Look, a little tree. It's so cute. Fable is freaking incredible. I actually just beat Fable 3 for the first time recently. That is just a great series of games. Ooh. Do we have secret paths and shit that I have not been taking advantage of? There are! Sorry, I don't mean to yell so loudly. But I'm excited. Hold up. I'll figure this out. Hold up. Oh, they actually do kind of hint to you where it is. With a little shadow here. Oh, maybe that's just the shadow of the tree. Never mind. Never mind. I have never played a Sims game. Which is weird because I feel like that sort of thing would be, like, right up my alley. Alley. Mm. Am I allowed to go in places now? According to Marl, no. Oh my goodness. Looks like the pixels got messed up here a little bit. Looks like some screen tearing happened. Goodness. That's unfortunate. Like the wall in that room looks a little strange. I'm worn out. Why don't we head back? There doesn't seem to be anything here but monsters anyway. Who's making all that hullabaloo outside? Go on, get yourself eaten by monsters. Serves you right, it will. Oh, a reptile. They're still alive. Talking apes? And they stand upon 2 feet? What madness is this? You'd call me an ape? You'd best learn your place, and quickly. Oh, never minding that. Did you not spy any big, strong beasties about? Beasts, yes. Strong ones, no. We slew them all. You what? Oh, you wonderful, beautiful apes! Hmm? We're free at last! Prisoners in our homes no more! After all these long years of suffering! Come out, everyone! The monsters are gone for good! This isn't some cruel joke, is it? Is it truly safe? We can come outside? You have our most heartfelt thanks. Who would have dreamt that 8 men would come to save us? Our days of cowering in cramped caves are finally at an end. You've done us a great kindness. It's not much, but we'd like to offer you this in thanks. After all you've done, it's the least we can give you. Is that a weapon? That sounds like a weapon. Well, I mean, provided you've the time and all, but being as strong as you are, I don't suppose you'd be willing to lend an ear when we're in need of some help, would you? We wouldn't ask you to work for free, of course. We're prepared to compensate you for your efforts, and I think it'd be worth your while. What do you say? Yeah. Excellent! Come and speak to us now and again, then. We'll tell you if you ever have need of anything. Are we sure about this? Who had the dragon's tear? Ooh! I like that! Oof. I think her magic defense is actually okay right now. It's the stamina boost that's important to me. Oh, greetings again. If I've ever another favor to ask of you, I'll be sure to ask. There's something I was hoping you might help me with. A legend in our village tells of a tool known as the Golden Hammer, and I'd like you to search for it if you'd be willing. The tales say it's made from the wood of a golden tree. I'm afraid I can't tell you very much else. Do you suppose you could spare the time to search? Yeah.
Truly? Oh, I knew I could depend on you.
I just, excuse me, just get snatch favors from people. I can work with this. It's like a quest hub.
If you happen to come across a rusted blade, bring it to me, will you? I'll reforge it for you.
So you're telling me I should go out there and find the mana sword? You could just buy elixirs? Hella expensive, but really? You just do that, wow.
You seem to be doing well. If only my daughter had that much energy.
Which voice? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, thank you all. I'm gonna have a golden tree.
You talk about the one that's like all nasally? It's one of my favorites, I like it. The Legend of the Golden Hammer. Ah, yes, as I heard it long ago, sprinkling golden sand about a young sapling will cause it to produce golden wood. The hammer is made from that.
Where do I get golden dust? I don't have to do a Goron race, do I?
I love things that sparkle, don't you? Gemstones and such, they're so beautiful. Through the narrow passage to the west is a cavern dark as pitch. Beyond that, well, who could know? The place is so dark you can't see a thing, but I think there's something hidden there.
To the west, you say? But they did also mention gold dust does not come from this age.
If you're tired, please feel free to rest in my home.
Nah, I got shelters. Nah. You know where I got that voice, actually? It was from a Cuphead parody. And that's the voice they gave Mugman. He was just like,
You can't drink me!
And it was just a funny voice to me. So I stick it for more smaller gremlin-y characters.
But it's one of my favorites.
Let's see. You said to the west. But, I kind of want to go talk to him again, because I don't remember if he said cave or something. Let's see. Love watching Cuphead playthroughs. You know, excuse me. Eventually, it's a game I've always wanted to play. Remember that tiny, shiny tree? Not even a little. The narrow passage to the west. Yeah, I don't remember a tiny, shiny tree, apparently, unfortunately. Let's see. Narrow passage. Oh. Yeah, I need gold dust for it, though. And they said it can no longer be found in this age. Curious, there was also a sapling in this age. We might also find it in the future because there was a sapling in that age. There's life growing everywhere. Meow! Kitty, 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 kitty. It's worth talking to folks that have, like, trees growing. Why am I over here? Which dome was it, though? I think it was Ariston? Yeah, seems right. I may be wrong. You know what would save me some heartache is if I just decide to Google this shit. Which I could end up doing. Hey, wait a minute. What about that rich mayor that's always giving stuff away? You have any gold dust? I meant to select no, but I messed up. Also, that's interesting. They have a sprite from Marl where she lets her hair down. I want to find that narrow passage that we're talking about. That one, perhaps? Ugh, what? What the matter? I was sound asleep, Nu. Can a Nu not get some rest? I changed Marl's name, so please let me go back to my dreams, Nu. What? Why? Nighty-night. Oh, I forgot. I don't need this stone, so I give it to you. Nighty-night. What? Oh, wait, what? We still have the Sunstone? What the hell for? Enables eternal darkness. Will spin strike. Didn't that person in the cave say he liked gemstones? What the hell would we need the Sunstone for? Do we need to take it back to where we found it? Like at the Sun Temple or something? Take him back to the Rainbow Shell. I'll take the hint. Whoops. Not quite sure if I follow, but yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Oops. Hold up. Basement. No. Oh, wait. Present time. I menued wrong. Yeah, whoops. Good job, Ellie. Allie likes to menu fast, which has detrimental effects. At least it didn't, like, force me into the final battle. Ah, a sunstone. That should do quite nicely. Are you jackhammering it? My work is complete. Don't think that's the last of my bag of tricks. These arms have some mucin left in them yet. Oh, you're not done. My work is complete. I finally feel like I'm doing something worthwhile. Alright, bye then. Excuse. Greatly boosts damage. I don't know. Menus can be a pain. They would feel great on Super Nintendo, most likely. But on mobile, since I'm Bluetoothing a controller to it, it's not... It's almost perfect. Almost perfect. There's just a slight delay. But other than that, feels totally responsive. I imagine on SNES it's just like... Mwah. Like Kingdom Hearts menu is just perfect. Let's see. Well, now I have those. Who has the gold dust? Don't mind me, I'm just looking at something.
Yes, I'm cheating.
I'm looking it up. The end of the Millennia Wood? Is that what this is down here? No. This is... says the party travels to the Great Southern Swamp. Wherever and whatever that is. Why am I allowed to like land here? See, the thing is, I don't see anywhere that would be swamp-like. What is this place again? Reptile Lair. And that's the way to the gate. Okay, where is the Great Swamp? Oh. It's connected to the village? I'm not terrific with walkthroughs, so sorry if this is boring and slow. Also cheaty. Ah, that's an exit. Okay. Also, I'm really harsh on myself. It's not cheating to look up a walkthrough if you're stuck. Play a game however you feel you need to. I'm curious why this frog has lightning too. It said greatly boost oh, wow. That is greatly boosted damage. I mostly make the criticism of myself and call it cheating just because I personally, this is not something I impose on everyone, not even the slightest, but I personally get the most enjoyment out of figuring it out on your own. There's some kind of satisfaction that comes with that. But if you can't, you can't. I'm sorry, did this Ultros looking dude just charm Marl? Man, Ultros isn't even this ugly. Goodness. Nah, Ultros is kind of ugh. Oh yeah. found the tutorial house, like, almost, I don't know how long we are, like 20 hours in, finally found the tutorial house. I almost got weird taste. You know what? I shan't judge. I shall not shame others for the things they like. Best time to learn how to play the game, right before you complete it, yeah. You know, it seems to affect... At least I don't see a difference in... maybe it's... Cool! Maybe it's just... Magus's physical damage is not very strong against these... Or magical damage is not very strong against these things. But, I have to test it out against something that doesn't have such extreme magic defense. Now, what is that? I don't like the implication of what you did to me. Whoops. Finger, could you stop? I meant to, attack the frog and cast lightning on the jar. I clearly know what I'm doing at this point. Perhaps I should have done, gone to the tutorial house. You know what's funny? Is, before the stream, in the Discord, we were looking up Salt Bay. And the way Magus is standing kind of makes it look like he's doing that elbow salt pose, and now I can't unsee it. Which way did we enter this thing? What? It's a bat! It's a chubby one, too. Whoops, I meant to attack. You know, I don't think this NES was doing a good job accentuating exactly how shrill a sonar ping is. Sounded rather gentle and kind of pleasant. Oh, it's adorable. I just want to pinch its cheeks. Man, the little squid thing here is kind of cute, too. Yeah, oddly enough, I don't know why that made that claim that we weren't already getting help, because literally every other turn, Chibi, what do we do? Hypocrisy, thy name is Ali. Ooh, there you are. Reptite Tiara? Ooh. Sorry, but I like being immune to status ailments. It's too dark to see a thing. Might I suggest we not waste our time here? Alright, so I need an item to go any further in there. Oh, that's not the Laputa theme. That's Zelda's Lullaby. What? And I'm very appreciative of the help. Thank you so much. Do not mistake me there. Very much appreciated. I'm mostly making the comment of just like, why am I trying to pass it off like I'm not already receiving help? Is the thing. Oh, whoops. That's such a cute sound. So we did miss a chest with a turbo ether in it. I would have been kicking myself. Okay. Hey, what's up? I guard here. You know pass. What if I scratch your back? It's important I have that information for some reason. Okay, whatever. How do I get out of here? Oop. I remember the exit was like from the top. Yeah, how did I get here? Hold up. I think Marle's magic defense is so high that she just took literally no damage. Aha! Also, I do think the prismatic spectacles is actually affecting the excuse me, the magic damage as well. What the hell is that room for? I don't know why I sounded so angry about that. I'm not. What the hell is this empty room for? It's stupid. It shouldn't be here. Like, no, it's just like, what is it for? Wait a minute. Monsters are gone, right? What's your story?
There used to be an enormous tree growing in this wood, but those monsters felled it. What a waste! It was such a strong and stalwart tree.
Fascinating. Was it the mana tree by any chance? I thought you were all gone!
Hold up, I need to get into position. I wasn't ready. So you called action and I wasn't even on set.
You know, I really thought with their color coding they would have taken more or less damage from fire and ice spells. Oh, they're having a nice chat. I don't want to interrupt. Oh god, there's a lot of them. Well, I mean, if you're gonna stick your tongue out at me, then you'll get what's coming to you. I don't know why, but whenever they kick me like that, I just have the urge to just shout, "Rip off, artist!" Ow, my shin! If you get that reference, we can be friends. We'll already be friends, but we can be better friends. I mean, we did just get done with the Kingdom Hearts marathon where I commented on Marluxia's voice the whole time. Yeah, fun fact, for those of you that don't know, Marluxia from Kingdom Hearts, same voice as Blue Regard Q Kazoo. That is Keith Ferguson. That man, he has such a great voice. Pretty much all the voice actors in Kingdom Hearts do a really good job. There's a couple that are like, might have gone with a take two on that, but they're all really good. Yes, the composer for Chrono Trigger is Yasunori Mitsuda, I think the name was. And they are just godlike with music. Alright, now we just have to wait for it to grow into a tree. How long do you suppose that'll take? Oh, what if we came back here through the other gate in the Middle Ages? Maybe it would have already grown. The other gate? Does that mean I shouldn't take the epoch? Or the epic, however you pronounce it? Let me fact check that. Since we're looking stuff up, I may as well check and make sure. Wish I could multitask. Composer. Yes, not Yasunori Mitsuda. They were actually, I believe they scored episode Ignis for Final Fantasy 15. They scored one of them, because it was Nier Automata's composer for episode Gladio, episode Prompto, I don't know. And I believe it was Yasunori Mitsuda that composed episode Ignis. And then it was, I think, Afrojack who composed episode Arden, which I think is freaking awesome. Yeah, you want to get me to never shut up, bring up video game music, I'll chat your ear off. Ah, I wonder where I should go. But I am curious. What? Why is this blocked off?
What? No! I can't go back there anymore.
Oh, snap. Can't go through that way. Should probably have saved. Have you something to say?
Talking apes! Hairless talking apes! Run for your lives!
Wait. you truly talking apes? You're a rude one, aren't you?
No, we're not apes, we're humans.
I see. So the legend was true after all.
What do you mean, Elder?
It is a most ancient legend.
Long ago, hordes of vicious monsters preyed upon our village, threatening to destroy our people entirely.
But just when hope was lost, the most unusual of heroes appeared.
Talking apes?
None other. And in no time at all, they drove the monsters away and saved the village.
So, these apes are the heroes from the legends?
I believe they may well be. Pardon me for being so forward, but might we contract your assistance?
Contract?
I would propose a contract by which we would reward you for your aid on certain tasks and errands which we cannot do ourselves. If you've the strength you seem to have, I think you'd find it a profitable proposition. What do you say?
Yes.
Then we are agreed, and if it's not too sudden, I have a task for you already. The monsters in the wood beyond have been growing in number as of late. Would you vanquish them for us, brave heroes? The Feed Lord a hero? A droll thought. I'm still convinced that Magus is a Chunibyo. He wouldn't admit it, but I believe that's what he is. Oh, does the health cap at 999? That's the highest you can go. I guess in all honesty, it doesn't need to go any higher. Unless there's some kind of like bubble spell set up. And just transform this game into Final Fantasy XII. Not sure. I think that would be the highest because I've seen Frog and now Chrono at a max health of 999. Oh, you know what? I should honestly just do this. Excuse. Oh, these rocks! I couldn't possibly climb over them. Oh. Oh, you're cute. You poison. You poison? Wait. Wait. Oh, wait, I took off the I took off the accessory that disables that. Well, you die first. You unalive. Come on, TikTok. Yeah, I kind of like the damage, though. Dang it. Do I not have an extra Nova armor? How much defense am I losing? Holy cow! Hold up. How about this? Yeah, there's no real reason not to do that, honestly. Lapis is always nice. I know I've been spamming them since this game started. Okay, that one I actually have been spamming. I guess these ones are like... Whoops. These ones are like rogues. The slightly ungreen ones. Look at their eyes, they're adorable. in the way that they look like they don't want to be. That's boosted. Effective. Goodness. Okay, that looks like it diverges. The rat's eye? Yeah, I like bug-eyed creatures for whatever reason. And creatures with no eyes. It's becoming quite apparent on Discord that Ali finds weird shit cute. And it makes 0 sense, not even to me. But it's a stance I've had to defend since the day I discovered cute. Like the concept of cute. Okay, I think that's everything. I got turned around. People like what they like. Exactly. If I find gators cute, Reaper Leviathans cute, and liquors from Resident Evil cute, that's my business. It's a super cute character trait. Well, thank you. Ooh. Drat. Apparently I selected attack next time we were in an encounter. Like, look at that horrendous swamp monster with a mouth that looks like a blown out exhaust. Oh, yeah. You can't deny the Ghost Leviathan is a cutie patootie. You can't. The way its facial construction makes 0 sense. It's adorable. It also thinks it stands a chance against me in combat, and that's even cuter. What did you do to Marl? And it's like, I initially thought the Ghost Leviathan was intimidating at first, but then it opened its mouth and it made like a rawr face. Okay. You're entitled to your opinion, I guess, Grace. But you know what? It's strange. I think I'm okay disagreeing with you on this one. It's like we don't like disagree on like genres of music, movies, women, but whether or not the Ghost Leviathan is cute or ugly as sin, we disagree. I'm fine with that. No, Mario, please, no! Not like this. You want to see it now? Join the Discord. We got plenty of images of it. Well, we'll find some. I beg your pardon? Whose face? A steel ingot? What? What would I need that for? Oh no. During the that, yeah. The Sea Emperor Leviathan. You and I agree there. She's a frickin' adorable. You know that garlic toast that I had before we started? It's both a blessing and a curse. Because every time I talk, I now smell garlic. Which is cool, but it's also like, like to smell something else after a while. Honestly, should probably have brushed my teeth before engaging into something where I have to speak all the time. Yes, I'm actually rather quite fond of garlic. Onions, on the other hand, no thank you. One thing you will find appropriate, oddly enough, is pure sterling silver. Irritates my skin. For some reason. It's like an allergy or something. Yeah, vampire eating garlic is a funny thought. Wow, gold does that to you? That's highly inconvenient. There's gold in damn near everything. You can never wear a wedding band. Unless you make it out of, like, surgical steel or stainless steel or something like that.
That neighbor of mine loves to build things, almost as much as he loves to tell me about it. Hasn't he anyone else to bother all day? It's been my lifelong dream to build a great bridge to span the mountains. I'll do it, just you watch.
I don't need to, actually. I just love the animation of Marl climbing down the ladder. Just oof, oof.
I want to build something that will last for future generations to use. Like a ladder. Incredible, aren't they, ladders? I've always wondered who built them and when.
You know what? Appreciate the world building in this game.
We're counting on you to clear the wood of monsters.
Oh yeah, I need to do that, don't I? Yo, this theme. I've been
been thinking of taking a walk in the mountains. You should go too.
Well, first I have a job to do.
I noticed the golden tree in the Millennia Wood was gone when I went exploring not long ago. Cut down by Ogans, no doubt. They're always felling trees to craft those hammers of theirs. If you ever happen to find some lumicite, would you bring it to me? I'll craft you some fine armor for it. I've been a smith for a great many years.
You don't sell me anything, unfortunately. What? Oh, I'm sorry, you had to load. Sterling? Really? That's a common thing? Well, I guess... neat? Neat or, oh god, that's awful, sort of thing, because people build, like, picture frames with sterling silver and such. The thing about silver is I find it so goddamn pretty. A lot prettier than gold, personally. Ooh. I have, for whatever reason, a personal vendetta against the color yellow, and the gold is close enough. There's actually a really cool metal out there. I've forgotten what it's called, but it's known as Fool's Gold. And it's actually more of a silver. But it looks like gold ore, sort of. Just less, like, chunky. But it looks really neat. It's just like a reflective... It's like a bismuth crystal, almost. Pyrite, that's what it's called. Thank you. Yeah, I had a small chunk of it when I was a kid. Memory unlocked. It was so cool. It was just like pixely and reflective. Goodness. I didn't really play with it. I just stared at it all the time. White gold? Let me look that up while this is going on. Oh. It's just like almost silver. It's pretty neat. Yeah, pyrite looks so freaking cool. It's like... Besides gallium, I guess, is probably my favorite metal. To just, like, look at. And gallium is awesome, but you have to not expose it to aluminum ever. It would not end grandly. Also, yes, I'm pretty sure that Prism Spectacles actually boosted Magus's magic. Which is grand. Sounds painful. It eats it like acid. Yeah, for whatever reason, gallium just dissolves aluminum. But it's basically like mercury. It melts at room temperature, except it won't, like... It's not toxic for you. To touch, at least. All the same, it can get, like... I think it is hard to clean off, so you definitely want to... Oh, I made him mad! Definitely want to wear gloves when handling it. But it also doesn't produce, like, the toxic fume that mercury does. What happened to our golden tree? You don't suppose it died, do you? Found it! Look, look! It's the golden hammer! Wait! He has fled. But he can't have gone far. Now I'm chasing this thing? Or? Whoa! Say what? Sweet Jiminy G. That's a lot of damage. Playtime does... Oh my goodness. What do you mean random damage? That's not random. Oh, it's a helm. Ooh. Who do I give it to, though? Auto barrier. Wait, does that mean that this thing... Oh, right. That's what the prismatic dress does. It like, makes you near immune to magic damage. God, I'm getting, like, so much stuff. Oh, she can't wear it. That's unfortunate. Give him the dragon head, I guess. We're chasing somebody, right? Oh. I'm glad I went back and grabbed that. Hello. Oh. Oh my god. Feel hypnotized by the music. I do too. It dropped a giant boulder on me. Holy cow, that gold. Finally got you. Sorry, but we need that hammer. You look so sad now. Oh, great. Okay. You beat up a poor defenseless creature. Oh. And then stole its hammer. Hello? Oh. We got rid of all the monsters. You slew all of them.
Heroes indeed. Please take this as your reward. Hell yeah, you're my best friend. I'm sure we'll have other tasks to request of you in the days to come. I hope we can count on your aid.
You sure can, bud. It wasn't defenseless, he dropped a roller on it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I mean, you know, everybody makes mistakes. You know, they drop a boulder on me, I give them the shirt off my back. That's just equivalent exchange, yeah?
The sanctuary?
Walking the mountains. I would, but there's a new block in my path.
Nope. Nope. I think this is one of my favorite songs so far. It's so jaunty and just pleasant. Makes me want to just get up and make eggs. Bake eggs. What was this? Oh, I'm done already. We go back to prehistory, yeah? I don't suppose anybody can use said golden hammer, can they? Okay, I really thought Robo would be able to. It's a key item, isn't it? Yeah. Now, which one of you actually wanted the hammer? I think it was this one.
Oh my, this is it! The golden hammer of legend! Won't you give it to me? I'll make it worth your while. Thank you ever so much. Please take this in return.
Thank you. I'm gonna be honest. Was kind of hoping for something besides money, but it's cool. 100,000 is fine by me. That's enough. How ungrateful can you be? For having been given 100,000 monies. Find it hard to relax. Yeah, I know. Now, what could produce such radiance as to allow me to get through the dark cave? And in both this timeline and in the future, there's a new blocking that mountain path. What in the present? Is there anything here in the present? No. That's a little sad. Oh yeah, that's where I got a weapon, I think. I'm a little confused on what to do next. They didn't necessarily give me like a task. I think we are running low on stuff to do. Yeah, we might want to just try the final battle again. Because I am pretty decked. Pretty well set with good stuff. Now, I think I will... Well, I mean, there's one more thing I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to that place, that village, because they were able to... I believe they sold mid-ethers and elixirs and stuff, and I'm just going to blow the rest of my money on that. Although I should look up, like, how to get through that cave. Let's see, you sell anything else? Oh, you do. King. Yeah, I think I will check that out just real fast. So how's everybody doing so far? How's your all's days going? Oh, this is a long one. Hold up. Sometimes, yeah. Everybody's having a good day? That's awesome. Mine's going well. Oh, here we go. Do you know the Prisma Stone? It's said to hold the power to cure affliction. The tales say it sits at the peak of Mount Emerald, east of the Great Southern Swamp. But a guardian blocks the way up the mountain and I can't go. Please, will you not retrieve it for me? Yes, I will, but how do I get the guard to move? How do I get the guard to move? Like... That's true. You're with your friends. So, yeah. My day can't really improve much beyond that, honestly. Chrono, you want to get out of the river? was an unnecessarily large amount of damage. But you know, it, like, the more, the... Hang on. Like, the more stuff we do, the more I'm just kind of like, man, I was underprepared for the final boss, wasn't I? My god, here, you no pass. You beat me, then you can pass. We've no quarrel with you, but if you mean to bar our way, then we'll remove you from it. Oh, I understood. You can't stop me. Can't do that neither. I need to check to see if it's weak to any magic. It does seem to be. Oh! It counters it though. Oh. It's fine. Oh, you counter with luminescence. That's funny. It is light damage, I suppose. Oh, I should have done a technique. Darn it. Yeah, this quest is a bit of a lengthy one. 8.5k, thank you all so much. It's crazy. What are you doing? Oh my... That's a lot. That's a big number. Oh, he's gone.
I don't much care for you.
Goodness.
I lose. You really tough. You can pass.
Next time I don't lose. I train hard. Very hard. Then I win. So when we fight you again in the future, it's gonna suck, is what you're saying. What's your story? Apart from bonking me with a bell. Wonderfully done, Chrono. Chrono. That is just a straight up comical amount of damage. But as I was saying, it would make for a very interesting challenge run. I'm sure that's what the speedrun does, to just go straight to the final boss. Harlequin King, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I hope you have a good time. Also want to ask, how's your day going? I think I missed a letter. Ah. Oh, we got another fight? Oops. I wonder if this location is just going to be kind of a grind. In the sense that it's going to be more of an endurance trial. Rather than like a super difficult fight, except for the one at the beginning. Excuse me. Pardon. I missed the beedling. Oh. Gotcha. Let's do that then. Ah! Why is a beetle able to use Dark Bomb? That is unfair. It did like no damage, but that's so funny to me. Just like, oh, what a cute little bug. Dark Bomb. It is no longer a cute little bug. Aren't beetles like purple? I don't know, actually. I don't generally look that close if I can help it. So it makes sense. Don't like bugs. I don't like having them all over me, obviously. But some bugs can be cute, you know? Certainly not like my brother, who just goes all unalive happy on every single kind of bug he comes across. Like spiders, especially jumping spiders. They are so gosh dang cute.
See their little beady eyes and the face. And their little petty palps. Just frickin' precious. Show bugs love with the business end of a shoe, and that's about it. I mean, that's fair. There are definitely certain kinds of bugs that I would definitely not mind not ever dealing with in terms of, like, food chain, if you get what I mean. Bed bugs being one of them. It's just like, you live to be an absolute ass of an inconvenience. That is what you exist for. But spiders are helpful. They eat flies, so, and mosquitoes and all sorts of other little critters. Keep ending up with spider talk. Spider talk's fun. I saw a video once of a girl who, for some reason, just has the trust of any tarantula she touches, where she's able to, like, hold them while they're on their back and just stroke their tummies, and they even, like, make a weird, like, high-pitched purr. It's so adorable. I mean, at least I think it's a purr. It's Nope Cube. Alright, that's fine. Different strokes, different folks, and apparently people don't like to stroke spiders. Noperous nope I ever did nope. I mean, they're like snakes. If you know how to handle them, they're fairly harmless. Tarantulas, anyway. Although, between the two, I will definitely take a snake over a spider. Yeah, snakes are absolutely awesome. They got that face, you know. It's just like, hi, I'm a snake. Do you have any meat for me to feed on? Depends on the snake. Well, yes. Obviously no venomous ones. Rattlers, for instance, which are fairly common here in Texas. Inconveniently common, I will say. The snakes have such a cute face. And they're always like, meow. Oh, one thing, it's just like, y'all can talk about your location if you want to, but don't dox yourselves in my chat, okay? It's very, very important. If you ever get a fruit fly infestation, just burn your house down. It's more common than you think. Goodness. What? You need to step your game up there, Chrono. Aren't they bigger than a normal fly? Or is that a horse fly I'm thinking of? Had a centipede in your room? I've had one literally just stroll right past my foot as I was sitting there on a smoke break. Back when I was working at the gas station. It was just like, excuse me, friend, I don't need to be a bother, but I need to get by here. How do I wake you? Oh, did I need to turn in the Prism Stone first? Whoops. I probably did. It's called Sweet Tooth? Yeah, it's just a little centipede. I was just like sitting there on a smoke break. I was working at the gas station. It was just me. I was having a conversation with a customer, actually. And he was just like, don't twitch, but there's a big damn centipede right at your foot. And he was just like, excuse me, I'm just passing through. I'm looking for some food. Some stag beetles. Okay, bigger bugs start to tell me. Well, no, actually, you know what? Never mind. Small bugs. Small bugs are the ones that's just kind of like, get out of here. Big bugs, at least you can see them and do something about them. Need sturdy lumber. The structural needs strong metal. I have an ingot. Durable hammer. I use that steel ingot for the metal I need. I need sturdy lumber. I don't know where to get any of that. Big bugs are safe, yeah. Ant infestation is the same with gasoline the whole house. Thomas, I want to say, I'm not making a judgment call, but you might be overreacting. I'm just throwing that out there. It's a possibility. Oh, a spider the size of a dog. I would love to have just a pet spider doggo. May I borrow it?
Oh, praise be. My daughter should be fine now. This is all I have to offer you in thanks, but I hope it will prove useful. Please take it.
Huh? My friend! I made a lot of noise there. But you gave me a ton of capsules. Oh my god, I love you. My eye itches. Hold on. Okay. Whew. Goodness. Doink, doink. Chrono, you need to catch up, my dude. Need to borrow the golden hammer? Oh, okay. Okay, I got the hammer. The lumber. Oh, try my friend in the Millennia Wood. He might be able to help. Oh, my eye. Come on, stop. Huh? No, my voice is getting a little sore, but thankfully don't have too much longer, I guess. Eventually, I would like to, you know, beat this game. Oh yeah. Bless! They probably said thank you, I didn't hear him. But I'll say thank you on his behalf. Not for good, I still find it hard to relax. Stone, is that the Prisma Stone? Incredible, it truly exists! It's said that if two of such stones are enshrined together in this village's sanctuary, a divine power will merge them to form a gem of even greater power. I'd love to see such a gem. You already have the Prisma Stone. Won't you try to make my dream come true? As soon as I find... You said there are two? You mean it? Oh, I can't wait. If anyone could do it, it's you. Two such gems enshrined together in this village's sanctuary, a divine power will merge them to form. Yes. Where is two? Probably up the mountain on the same... I need to get past the new, then! How do I get past the one that's asleep? I need a Cuckoo. Need the blue Cuckoo. I'm so lost. But I have a hammer. For the dude who wants to build the stinking bridge. How do I get lumber? Hang on. Gotta look it up again. Oh. Huh. Interesting. I guess I have a question that I imagine none of you are going to respond to. Anyone out there have a favorite bug? Anyone out there have a bug that you're just like, okay, that one, if it leaves me alone, is alright. Okay. Caterpillars, bumblebees, and butterflies. Praying mantises are freaking awesome. They're horrifying what they do to other bugs, but they are really cool. And their, you know, eyes are adorable. Some beetles are pretty cool. I got more responses than I expected. Yeah, bumblebees are freaking cute. Yeah, those eyes. Wait, what? That's what to make do with exploring close to home. Lumicite. At the base of the mountain to the southeast. When I spoke to him, he told me he had been waiting there for a strong person all alone for a long, long time. He looks so lonely, and I think you might be able to help him. Please, won't you try and do something? Talking about the new, yeah? Have I seen the Bee movie? I have not. Has anyone else seen the Bee movie? I've heard about it, though. Me, the golden hand. Whoops. Kind of skipped what it said. That stood the test of time. If you could somehow hold that up to next to the same stone from millions of years ago, I doubt you could even tell which was which. Wait, what? I'm not holding another one. I only got one. Heroes, but their customs to be obeyed. Entrance is forbidden without the blessed Rept mark. From the Northern Wood? Can stream it sometime? Okay. Dang it! Scroll down by 2. Scroll by 2! Let's see. Did I sleep well? Yes, against my will. Thank you for your kind hospitality. Do you have the crest? Yeah, I can't, Oh, actually, you know what? There is a movie I could quote, actually. You would think Beauty and the Beast, since it's my favorite Disney film, and we just went through a gigantic rigmarole of Disney products. But, in fact, my favorite movie of all time, Castle in the Sky, I can quote that one watching it. Can't do that with really any other movie, though. How about the rest of y'all? Do you have a movie you can do that with? That you can just sit there and recite the movie? That's actually pretty neat. Oh. He didn't care for that. The jar is squished. Yeah, it's that animation law is like squash and stretch, I think it's called. Ooh, there it is. Cool, we got that. And oddly enough, like the thing, it's like what you're saying there, Thomas, is there's actually 2 different versions to Castle in the Sky, and at the moment I only own one of them. There was the original DVD release that came out in America, at least the States, that had originally dubbed a ton of dialogue into it, but when they re-released it into Blu-ray, they only left in the dialogue that was in the original Japanese version, which makes for a much more atmospheric film, and I still enjoy it. But there's tons of like little character moments that they cut out, and I can still quote those, even though I haven't seen the DVD version since I was like... It would have been pre-high school. And I still remember those lines vividly.
Yes, yes, this is it! Very well then, into the sanctuary.
Mainly musicals? Oh, okay. Take. Yes. I mean, now I have one again. I'm gonna start talking to folks again. Excuse me. I'm gonna not do the menu too fast. Whoops. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Maybe now that we've accepted the quest to do something about the new, it'll be open. Recite most of Hamilton. Yeah, that's pretty good. Like, I can't even quote my favorite song in Hamilton, which is what was it called? The Room Where It Happened. Freaking love that song. It flows so well. It would take ages. Yeah, it's a long play. It's so good though. You haven't seen that yet? If you're interested in history, it's really good. If you like musicals, it's doubly good. And if you like Lin-Manuel Miranda, it's just a delight. You told me that musicals aren't necessarily your thing. You remember? I lose, then I train, then I lose no more. Next time I beat you. I wait on top of mountain. Lots of monsters on mountain. You come up. You know the choreography to that? Hot damn! Love Lin and history, love animated musicals like Disney, but not so much actual musicals. That's fair. It's a very niche thing. It's a very specific way to construct a story, and well, that sucks. The ladder has collapsed. We'll need a new one if we are to reach the summit. Let's go talk to the dude who loves to build shit. Which means I'll need lumber. I'll be doing a bathroom break here in a minute. As soon as we get back to the village, because I like the song there. Honestly, here would work, but I'm afraid it would put some of you to sleep. $9.3K. Thank you all so much. Okay. I'll take a bathroom break. I shall be right back. 10,000 likes. Y'all are insane. Goodness me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Need lumber. I mean, I would... Pardon me, I would try, but... I need a ladder. Okay, where do I get lumber? Also, remind me, I need to... No, don't remind me, I'm just gonna have to remember. Let's see. It wasn't the answer. After the Ogans are cleared from it. Is it in this time period or the other one? Something tells me we've done this before, and these walkthroughs are like little to no help. I'm gonna go do the other thing, head back in time, maybe there's something to do in there. It's music that you feel like would be in the dreams of small kids. That is honestly such a beautiful description. Yeah, I guess so. I think this is a music that would be the soundtrack to a kid's dreams. Potentially, I don't... Besides my niece and nephews, I don't know any kids, and I'm not asked them that question. What are your dreams like? Of course, to a child, that probably wouldn't be a weird question. I'd probably be thrilled to tell you, honestly. Like, I dreamed about a pony, riding the spaghetti monster. I assume little kids have the same kind of dreams I do, where they're just whacked out and messed up. And bonkers. I said, oh, damn it, I didn't grab the frickin'... Oh, well. Your nephew will corner you to tell you. I feel like mine would, too. There used to be an enormous tree growing in this wood, but those monsters felled it. What a waste. It was such a strong and stalwart tree. You need lumber to build a bridge? Well, I'd much rather see that tree used than let it go to waste. Wait right here, I'll saw some wood for you.
Here you go. I'm sure it will serve well.
Contain Godwood? Okay. Please tell me it has a description. Oh. Did the key items have any, like, text descriptions in the original SNES version? Do you know, Chibi? 'Cause that's what I find. I find it super interesting when games take the time to, like, give descriptions to their items. I've heard the Souls games are all... It's just that. That's, like, where your lore is. And it's super fascinating to me. You're that kind, big-hearted boy. Yes, you are, my dude. We love you, man. And once again, we're so thrilled that you're back. Like, oh my goodness, we missed you. Ooh, my headset's about to run out of battery, so the audio's gonna change. Don't recall. It's okay. I was mostly just wondering. It's just like... That'd be really cool. I don't know, apparently you're supposed to take this with you, go back to the past, and there you go. You now have 2 Prisma Stones. Which I believe would lead to a paradox. But whatever, I guess. Yeah, chat was quieter while you were gone. Not any less wholesome, because Grace and Opera were still here to keep things in check. But, just, you know, a little less whole. W-H-O-L-E. For whatever reason, that works. I never would have figured that out because I would be like, oh, it makes a paradox. Of course that wouldn't work, but, you know, game logic, I guess. You're not wholesome? I disagree. It certainly is gorgeous. Wherever did you find another Prisma Stone? There shouldn't have been more than one in the world. You traveled through time? I'm afraid I don't understand what you mean, but still, I appreciate you coming to show it to me. Let me give you a little something, as a way of saying thanks. Hold on, I just need to put the finishing touches on it. Is it a ladder? Here you go. Go on, take it. Dragon arm? Is that a weapon? Ooh. An arm with the crushing strength of a dragon. But yeah, my headset's gonna die here soon, so the voice quality is gonna plummet. I'll also have to adjust the volume as well. Get real personal. What was next on the list? Lumber, right? Was it the one in the future that wanted it? Oh wait, there is something I'm supposed to do with the Saint Stone. Hang on. Heart. I can't leave one in the chat right now, so I'll just say it. That is one limitation to this streaming method, is I can't chat nearly as effectively. But it is super convenient just having the chat window here. That way, A, it appears in the replay. And secondly, I can just, without having to take my eyes off the game, I can just glance over and it's just like, alright, that's what y'all are saying. The old setup, I don't know if y'all remember, was I would just, and this is what I do for YouTube as well, I would just have, like, YouTube or TikTok open on my phone on the side and just have chat open in there as a, like a different user. Which is a rather roundabout way of doing things, but it worked. Also, the really bassy doom drum in the background. This is in a different audio channel, and so it sounds like it's actually happening right next to me. Really trippy. That's also true. It allows y'all to see messages that get lost in the ether. Which, to be honest with you, really shouldn't be happening, but it's nice that we have this option. That way y'all aren't just chatting away, TikTok's deleting them and I never see them. Which happens too often, I know. Someone's getting hype out there. Hold up. Place Saintstone. I need to actually, like... What the hell? So, headset died. I must not have activated something yet. That's unfortunate. It says you're supposed to be able to leave the Saintstone there, and then pick it up in the future. I must have missed something. But let's turn in the lumber, I guess, is what we should do next. Whoops. God damn it. Good job, Chrono. Yeah, After today's stream, Chibi, I do need to send you the Discord link, because I'm realizing now I may not have done so, which is my fault. But, if you'd like to, come on by. It'd be really neat. I know we'd all appreciate you. Dark Vomit. So we're at 12.2k. Thank you all so much. Okay, now am I able to leave it? Yeah, itches again. That godwood should do quite nicely for the lumber. My thanks. With all this, we should be able to make the bridge of my dreams a reality. Here, take this as a token of my gratitude. Awesome. Well then, off to the mountains I go! Don't hurt yourself running there, dude. Yeah, nice squeeze by that again. Oh, she actually inflicted stop. Although I have been spamming spells, so I guess that makes sense. Yes, we'd love to have you. That'd be fantastic. I just need to link to it. Can you what to? Dang
Okay.
Oh. Apparently talking to that reptile that tells you need to go somewhere up high in order to transform it into a thing you need. Apparently that is going to enable me to set down the stone. And I don't know where exactly that reptile's building the bridge. But I don't have access to it yet. Oops, that's not the right way. Should we go backwards one more time? What time zone are we in? How do I tell? That was one way to tell. Here, I'm in the future. So I need to go back. Ah, yes, it is the Chrono Trigger app, and it just crashes. Get to walk up this pathway again. Just drop ice block on. We just want to check real quick. Y'all can still see the stream, right? Okay. It's just lately my tablet's been dropping off the internet a lot lately, so... Oh, goodness. Accidental diagonal there. I am getting very used to this pathway, though. It's one plus side. Tell you what, though, we may actually be ending things soon. I'm a little out of it now. Thank you, XA Ghost AX, for sending the shells. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. I hope you have a good time. And I want to ask, how's your day going? I really like it when I enjoy this point of playing a game where I can just kind of beeline between sections. Oh shit. Hold on. My day's going well. Thank you so much for asking. Appreciate it. And I'm happy to hear yours is going as well. Going well also. Funny enough, we were talking about bugs earlier, and now I'm at the itchies. My hair keeps tickling my neck, and it feels like there's something there. So, just desserts, I guess? Okay, maybe now, when we go forward in time, that person will be done with the ladder or whatever we need. He was talking about a bridge, but a bridge in the mountains. I'm not sure where it was supposed to be. I was going to go take a shower to stop it. Yeah, you know what? That would fix it for me. But the shower of the day is like the most relaxing part of my day usually. I'm just gonna talk to all of them just in case. So I want to get halfway up the mountain again and then be turned back. Need sturdy vines to make a sturdy ladder. You ought to be able to find some growing in a thicket down in the southern glade. Thank you. See, that's exactly what we needed. Just someone to point us in a direction. See, it's extremely mean that they have Osmos. Especially considering their defense is slightly above average. I just kind of want to start from the bottom and then work my way up. Excuse me. Oh. Ah. That's handy to know. I did just kind of erase the damage they took from ice, though. Oh, but they're weak to fire. Absorb lightning, weak to fire. Rip types. Interesting. Rip types absorb lightning and then weak to fire. It's sort of the opposite of how they were in the prehistoric times. Where lightning was the one thing that drove their defense down. I'm curious where exactly I should go. Ah, there it is. Do I need to find the carpenter? Or can I just you know, create a makeshift ladder on my own with no instructions? Just do it IKEA style. How are we supposed to hang a new ladder down? We'd need to get up to the top to do it. Maybe if we do it into a different age. Gotcha. It's a lot of back and forth in this quest chain, goodness. But you know what, I like it, because there's just like tons to do. This one area. Oh goodness, we've been here like what? 2 hours of the 3 hours we've been streaming? A guy obsessed with ladders. I think you're right. I do feel like I have a memory of someone commenting on ladders, but I don't remember which one it was. Every time I hear that, I think of Symphony of the Night, because it sounds like the lightning sound effect in that game. It's very, very similar. I can't imitate the onomatopoeia for it, but yeah. It sounds like Bit Crushed. Well, Bit Crushed Lightning, really. I need y'all to help me out. I have a ladder situation. We're in prehistory, right? Oh, it's worth looking. Like, I remember kind of spatially where that ladder is supposed to be. Itchy face. Ugh. That music puts me in such a zen state. Like, I definitely want to look up more work from Yasunori Mitsuda. I'm sure they've done other things besides that one DLC chapter for Final Fantasy 15. Okay, yeah, that's what.
This is the ladder that was broken. Hang our new one here and the problem is solved.
Perfect. Let's just hope this one lasts for a long, long time. Chrono, I don't know why you climbed up again. Oops. All the same, even though we've spent 2 hours in one location, well, 2 locations technically, I feel like we got a lot done in this session. Oof. I had to look up a walkthrough, but at least I wasn't aimlessly running around, not accomplishing anything. I'm hoping y'all had a good time so far anyway. I mean, I'm having a great time with this game. This is like... I would absolutely play this again on my own. And, like, follow a walkthrough to get, like, the perfect ending. I think I would like to play it... I mean, I absolutely would want to play it on Super Nintendo. Like, that would be... Excuse me, that would be really cool. So I'm sure the menus feel a lot better in that game. Responsiveness of it. And Thomas, I'm just freaking thrilled to have you back, dude. Seriously. I know we've brought that up a couple times, but I really mean it. It's so good to see you again. Now I am slightly worried because the new did mention there are monsters on this path. And they're probably stronger than they were in prehistoric, and that's probably, you know what, as much work went into this, that new is probably going to be like a super boss, if not the super boss of the game. I will say nothing because I will jinx nothing. You stayed awake for this whole session, Grace. Proud of you. Of course, I don't blame you for falling asleep, because like you said, it's 2 a.m. over in the UK. Whoa. Yo, that looks cool. That little waterfall there. Just in general, the sprite art in this game has been fantastic. It somehow, some way, they translated Akira Toriyama's like particular style to sprites just perfectly. Especially on Magus, he's the one that looks the most like Akira Toriyama character in sprite form. Chrono does too, really. Like, to me, I can tell the difference between them and a traditional, like, Final Fantasy sprite. Or even Secret of Mana, which Chrono is the one that is probably what he most resembles, but I think they may have used that as, like, a basis the sprite design, but they tweaked it enough to where it's just like, yeah, that looks like the creator of Dragon Ball drew that. Rainbow Helm. Halves light damage. You know what? I feel like that's a hint. And I'm not gonna take it. Yeah, you haven't fallen asleep very often. And I don't mean like you haven't fallen asleep on stream very often, I mean just period, you don't fall asleep very often. So yeah, massive respect for the art style in this game. Sleep is for the weak. I really like sleep though. That's one of my favorite things to do. Waking up is not. It has water damage. Again, these feel like hints. Oh, you finally got here. I wait long time for you. I train lots and lots. Now I beat you. You can't say it first? Devil's drop. Oh. Alright. Elements. I imagine Thunder will heal it? Yeah, that's good. It needs to stay awake for. Absolutely. Have I played any Dragon Quest games? I have not. Dark damage heals it. Okay, I didn't see what Ice did to it. I wasn't paying attention when I was reading chat. But, not an occurrence for me. So it counters with a drain technique, though. That's fun. Owie. But I did see, like, when the hero was released for Smash. Oh. Is that just an instant unalive? Okay. Definitely want to attack it with damage that's substantial. Telekinesis. Some dark damage heals it. I mean, that's substantial. I could... Honestly, I wish I had brought Frog in here instead of Magus. Because he just has elemental spells and no, like, physical attacks. Well, that's effective, I guess. Yeah, that isn't Zelda related. I, for some reason, have an actual, like, Zelda, Skyward Sword Zelda amiibo. I don't know why, because that's the one I couldn't finish. It was too physically painful. And I'm not meaning it was bad, it was just like, I literally couldn't, my wrist, it did not like the Wii motion controls. And actually having to swing a sword. Also, Miss! Knife Shaver, I hate you! Nope. Big Zelda fan, personally. Between the two, I think I prefer Metroid, just like gameplay-wise. And also, I relate to Zelda more than I do Link. Sorry, Samus more than I do Link. But Zelda's really cool. Power increased. Oh, goody good! Awesome! Nope, 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 not that button. Oh, it's not countering. Dark damage probably heals it still. Oh. Nice damage heals it. I didn't see how much attack did to it. Mix of the Triforce and a pink... The pink Floyd Prism. I'm trying to picture that in my head. Seems kind of trippy. Why I lose? I very strong now, but I can't win. Well, it's not all about strength, you know. It helps having friends to help you or someone important you want to protect. Oh, I need friends? I never think like that. Maybe you're right. Will you be my friends? Well, it's not that easy. It takes time to become friends, but I think we're on the way. Okay. You need something, I help you. I be your friend. I train hard for a long time. I'm tired now. I rest a little. Blocking my way out? Were you blocking the bridge that I wanted to, like... You're a giant jackass! Sun shines with inner light. I'm sure Zane would. He's a pretty big fan of Pink Floyd. Why would you... This sucks. I had no way of going, like, bypassing the new. I don't know, maybe there's another quest chain that leads past it. That sounds pretty dope, though. Like, I don't really know anything about Pink Floyd personally, but that does sound pretty neat. Yeah, he and his dad, Zane's dad, were like really big into the 80s rock bands. 80s and 90s. Even 70s and 60s as well. So yeah, he would totally be into that design. And you know what? When it comes to me, I just need to take the time to expose myself to it. So it's like, I can listen to Pink Floyd. I just need to do it. Golly, that's fast. Y'all get the bad. I really didn't want to deal with him. Hell yeah. Yeah, that sounds like fun. That's the thing, it's just like, I'm never like against listening to new music, it's just like, I just need to get off my butt and do it. Like, I never take the time to look up new stuff. I'm too settled into routine. But now I have the thing I need to get through that dark cave. eventually probably find out what's behind the new. He's blocking the bridge that dude spent hours building, I'm sure. Okay, I took care of it. You befriended him? Oh, I knew I was right to ask you. Let me give you this for going out of your way to help him. Cool. If there's anything I can ever do to help you or that fellow out, please don't hesitate to ask. Can you get him to move out of the way of the bridge? It's not like him to at all to be gone this long. He always used to return at night. Yes, I will. East and Southern Glade. Alright, we're gonna go back out. I do want to check out what is in that dark cave, though. It's a really effed up movie based on the wall. Is that where that... I don't really want to say it, but it's I mean, second part of it, but it's like this line where it's just like, are there any quiz in the audience tonight? Is that where it's from? Because I don't have the context for that. Okay. Good for them. Again, I need the context, I'm sure. Okay. Honestly, I'm trying to think of a band that I haven't, that I have sunk in enough time into, like, besides Linkin Park. A band where I'm just like, you know what, I actually have favorite albums. And I think Linkin Park might be the only one. Not as much their recent stuff, I must admit. I was originally gonna check out a lot of their recent stuff, but then that happened, and I just kind of lost motivation, I guess. Bark and corn, yes. There's a lot of Korn that I want to revisit because I haven't listened to them since like high school. So my memory of their music is actually quite rusty, unfortunately. I remember liking them a lot though. It's like, yes, this is the music my brooding teenage mind needs to listen to. I'm so edgy. They are freaking awesome, yeah. I think I gave Linkin Park a lot more attention in that day. No, I'm not making a judgment call or anything. I was just talking about me. I've actually not heard of Shinedown. Skillet, I've heard some of their stuff, and I'm just like, hell yes. 3 Days Grace, again, hear some of their stuff, and I'm like, yeah. And Evanescence. I think I picked like 4 songs, and I was just like, I'm just gonna belt these with my entire soul. Oh, wait, what was that? Something about beats, and let's see what's happening. I think TikTok may have cut off one of your lines, Grace. Where am I going? It's been years. Yeah. Ever since 2017, I just kind of stopped looking up new music. If you know, you know. Ah, okay. I love how Panic at the Disco is considered 2000s. Because it was, they were around when I was a teenager. They made, I believe, very different music than they do now, but... Wish I could say I remember 2005. Sorry, that was a bad year for you, though, Chibi. Condolences. '14 through 2017 were my bad years. And unfortunately, I remember almost every damn bit of it. Yeah, I think I just checked out music from all sorts of eras as well. Need something? I help you. I'd be your friend. We're looking for a man who said he was going to build a bridge on this mountain. Have you seen anyone like that around here? I see him. He built a bridge alone, just past here. Might you stand aside? We've business with him. Okay. Let me use this as shelter first. Oh, I'm actually full health. Because, like, I listened to Billy Joel and Elton John growing up. Other Celine Dion. What? Brave heroes, help! Thanks. I fear I'd not survive much longer. I've been toiling away at this bridge, but the work takes a good deal out of a man. Seems I grow a tad careless and lost my footing. If only I had someone with more brawn to assist me. It'll be some time before I finish at this rate.
Why not use a new? They've strength and stamina enough.
You have an idea of someone who can help? My pardons, but it would be most gracious of you if you could inquire on my behalf. No, it's 2 steps this way. We were wondering if you might be willing to help build a bridge.
Yes, I tried. I won't help you.
This is the assistant of whom you spoke? Don't worry, he's a lot stronger than he looks. I see. Well, I suppose if you say so.
It all right. I strong.
Well then, haste makes waste. First things first. You aren't so bad at all.
No, I'm not bad at all.
Alright, next we need to... What's the matter, New?
We can't move. Need food.
Oh dear, this is a problem. Please, I beg you, bring this poor New something to eat. Alright, we should ask that reptite in the village. Oh, you know where you might be able to get some food? Wonderful. I'll wait here with him. Fetch quest! Okay, listen. I've got enough patience to finish this, and then I need to go. Because you know what? Food? Right up my alley in the term of interests. I love that idea. Ugh, love food. Food's cool. Y'all ever had food? I've asked this question before. Love food. Heard about this. Yeah, I know you have. I can't shut up about it. Oops. Not that direction. Yeah, it's not very filling, but I kind of want to make... Food is very foody. Don't steal my lines. It's not even my lines. Wow. Food is very foody. I'm sitting here like, you know what, it's not very filling, but I kind of want to make that garlic toast again. It was really tasty. I just had a moment of serendipity where I'm just like, you know what, I feel like taking toast, a little bit of butter, grated cheese, and garlic salt. And there you go, there's my snack. The legend of the food. I wish I could imitate like a minstrel. Roast pork, sauteed onions, and country fried steak. Oh dear, he's hungry? Well then, will you give him this for me? Already lunch. Alright, back up the mountain we go. Oh, that fella's been around for a very long time. I don't know if my cooking will be anything like what he's used to, but I hope he enjoys it. Vampires tell people they hate garlic, so they're already seasoned. Shush! Don't spread our secrets. I have a game to play, don't make me laugh. Oh, that tickled my funny bone. Holy cow. Oh, thank you. You'll keep that one under wraps then. Good. I can't tell the council that I've let another secret loose. some vampires like to make friends of humans and tell them we hate garlic. Because that'll just ruin every cookout I go to from now on. And it's not like a vampire cookout, no, it's just like I go to the cookout and just browse. Just like, what am I feeling today? The blood of a liar? The blood of a... I don't know. I lost the bit. Point is, what? This has been an option the whole time? Holy cow! Neat. Allow me to change nothing. Steak, some potatoes, or a blonde. Hey, I mean... blonde does sound nice. It's not too gamey. Oh, you brought him food. Thank you ever so much. Tastes good. You like it? A villager made that for you. Oh, she made this. I feel strong now. I work hard again. Can I ask favor? Speak. I get hungry, I can't work. I want you bring me food. Old monster, have good food. Long, long time. Sweet yellow thing. I like that food. Okay, we'll try to bring you some. I'll watch over this new. Please hurry back if you can. This quest, it hurts. It hurts. Oh. If you dip the blonde in the bullets. Oh god. Oh no, don't be sorry. Oop. That was a good one. I can't even save properly. Okay. Well, that's gonna have to do it for tonight, y'all. Oh my goodness. Oh, y'all are hilarious. Ugh. Okay, let me compose my thoughts here. Yeah, we'll be... we'll be back. Same time tomorrow. 5 p.m. United States Central Time. Oh, thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for staying as well. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the laughs. I'll see some of you in the Discord. Thomas, I believe I sent you the link. I can send you one again if you'd like. But you can just join whenever you want to. Chibi, I will send you the link as soon as I get a second, as soon as I'm done here. Discord's open. It is not public yet. It's just between basically us and a couple other people. It's always a pleasure to stream for you. Hopefully, if you can make it tomorrow, that'd be cool. If not, I understand. Life happens. But in the meantime, y'all have a great evening. Thanks for staying, and y'all take care. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye-bye. Oh, thank you for the roses, Grace. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, y'all take care.